technically it's a vlog, I suppose. There is a video and it's a log in the same way a B. What does blog even stand for? No idea. It should be Woolog, surely, as in writing log. Anyway, yeah, we've got a lot of GW news today because they've done a lot of little things have come out. Like, say, let's start with Warhammer Underworlds. There's not much other stuff, actually. I didn't see many other interesting models this week, which is good because I've already got too many models I'm looking at and going, oh, aren't these pretty? Got a new Warhammer Underworld starter set. I've never actually played Warhammer Underworld, so from what I understand, it's one of their sort of miniature games that's been translated to a sort of board game sort of effect, which I suppose makes sense with the arena combat game. It comes with all this cardboard that I don't care about. What I actually care about are the models, which are in there. For some reason, they started casting in funny colours. This, I think, is an Age of Sigmar thing. I remember the Stormcast coming in like their own colours. So we've got a couple of Stormcast here. Do I like them? I've never been really enamoured with the Stormcast themselves. This guy feels very Space Marine-y to me. It's just, I think it's the pose. He's almost got a bolter, so's he. Like, if you had that crossbow round the right way, I think it'd be better. But I've never been a big fan of them. It probably also doesn't help that I look at them and go, oh my god, I've got to actually paint metal. Run away. I'm not a big fan of metals. I don't like this either. I don't know what it is about these. I don't like the good side. I do like these. That one is particularly cool. I like the fact Games Workshop have started to, well, they've done it for a while actually, but these sort of bases, I really like them. I know they do sort of lock you in, but they just look much better, sort of interacting with the landscape. These are cool. They remind me a bit of Skaven. Then there's all this the other how to actually play it, which, to be honest, I'm not at all interested in. But there's a lot of stuff like this week where they've released something and I'm just going to have a look at the models because I like them. Let's say the Crimson Court, which basically is a set of vampires. Another set of models that make me go, I'm not sure. I tend to prefer the more Dracula look of vampires. When you had that was Christopher Lee, I believe, which is more sort of the sophisticated vampire rather than the more bestial side of them. It's the faces. Like, this guy looks fine. He's good. He's gone full on bestial. But these three look like they're trying to be all sleek and suave, sort of to a degree. Not suave maybe, but they look a lot sleeker, and then their face just jars. She's going to win Hair of the Week, though, I think. I forgot to do that last week. I didn't do Hair of the Week. But I think that's got to be Hair of the Week. His head just looks like it's been set on fire. That armour is cool. Now, Warhammer Cursed City. This is a laugh, isn't it? I think it's got released on the 5th. But the whole thing disappeared within about 20 minutes again. Similar to Indomitus. I'm not sure they're planning to reprint it. But yeah, it's a normal Games Workshop thing where here are a load of really cool miniatures you probably want. Can I get hold of them? No, of course you can't. We've made about 3. That's all we're making, so sod off. I hope they do a reprint because there are some pretty cool minis in here. I like this one. I like sort of like the nun look she's got going on there. This is another one. I like the Dead Eagle. I love the Witch Hunter aesthetic. He just looks like a noble. I'm not the biggest fan of these. I like the more traditional fantasy dwarves. There are some pretty cool enemies in this box, but it's annoying that you can't get hold of it. I mean, I didn't really want it anyway, but it's just stupid that they produce these boxes and then you can't get hold of them. It's like Piety and Pain disappeared, I believe, immediately as well. That was something I was actually looking at because it's cheaper than buying the system models individually, and I'm planning to start a Sisters of Battle army. Well, when I say planning to start, I mean I've bought a box of Battle Sisters, but I also have an entire Bisley drawer full of models to paint. We also have some more Witch Hunters, and I like Witch Hunters. Witch Hunters as an aesthetic are cool. Right, enough talking rubbish. Let's show the models. Yes, he works. I don't know what it is about him, but it just works. He's the old vampire hunter of the pair. As he says, he's a veteran witch hunter, seen hundreds of witches, heretics, and living dead burned at the stake. But look how equipped he is. He's like, yes, I will shoot you. Oh no, I've not managed to shoot you. I'll cut your head off with my big sword. Big sword too big. I'll try medium sword. Medium sword too big. I'll try little sword. Little sword too big. I'll just burn you to death with my burning stick. There's no stake on him though. I always feel like Vampire Hunter should have a set of wooden stakes somewhere. Maybe there is if I can see a 3D model. He's got the look of someone that's actually sensible about him. He's got the backpack on with his bedroll. He looks prepared. He's got his big gloves on. What is this bit actually? Is that his belt? I'm not a big fan of things flying, as I've said before. I know why they do it, because if you just stuck this cloak like flat to his legs, number one, it'd look really boring, and number two, it'd make it right pain to paint. But yeah, he is a good model. I like him. He's also pretended to be a space marine with his purity seal. I mean, he's even put S on it. It's presumably for Sigmar, but he's Galen Vendenst, and then he's joined by his daughter Doralia Vendenst. She actually fits very well in this aesthetic because she looks less grizzled in the face, but if you look, she's also just less equipped. Like she's got this big sod-off crossbow. She's got two swords, but she just doesn't look as like he's got more bits. He looks more ornate. She's just brought a crossbow, which is an interesting crossbow because that's not going to work, is it? Because by the time you stuff this up there, your flights are going to be bollocksed. Because you can see by the entry point that it's only wide enough just about to take the shaft, which it should be, otherwise your accuracy is going to be bollocks as well. Yeah, that's not a functional crossbow. And also, there's clearly no gap for this bit to fly down. I don't like that crossbow. Give her a proper crossbow and she'd look pretty good. I mean, I like the model, I just don't like how the crossbow looks like it should work. That's probably me being a bit nitpicky. Oh, hang on, have we got alternate model? Oh, we can see his back. Yes, he has got a big backpack on. He's just stuck his sword through the top of it. That just looks like an undone belt for some reason. Why have you not done your belts up? Your trousers will fall down, mate. You look like a right idiot. Oh, he's got another pouch here I didn't see. Yes, he is properly equipped. Oh, you can alternate model him, yes. So you can get one of his swords out rather than his flaming brand. Now, I'd probably do that just because I can't paint flames very well. It might be worth it. And then what's she got as options? Can we get rid of her crossbow? Oh, hang on. That's not a little dagger, is it? That is a wooden stake. I take back my previous comment. He has got a stake. So she's got a stake and two swords. So she looks slightly better equipped than I thought she was. But, you know, she looks better hatless. As much as that's the witch hunter aesthetic. If you're meant to have this young, not grizzled witch hunter, you want to actually see the face, it looks better. And I'm sure I could find a way to use one of these in D&D. Like, she could potentially be a ranger or even just a standard fighter. He could do that as well. Or you could go for like... So she'd be fine. He wouldn't because of his pistol. I guess if you were playing like an artificer, you might get away with a pistol. But then again, he doesn't look like an artificer. And then here's the bit I'm actually excited about. Here we go, boys. It's more orcs. Wag! We're getting the new orc boys soon. Because I'm actually not sure if the Orc Boy models are older than me. Well, that base is older than me, this Orc is on. The base is marked 1999. It's a year older than I am. Jesus. Yeah, we seriously need some more Orcs. But it looks like we're getting some more Beast Snagger Gits, which are like the Snake Biters clan of the Orcs, which are the... Sod that tech rubbish. Let's just hit things. Basically, give me a big spear and a squig, and I'll be happy as Larry. That is a nice model. I do like that one. The squig looks properly angry. And I've just got a soft spot for squigs. I've got a soft spot for anything small and bitey, I think. Squigs. Nurglings aren't really bitey, but they're pretty pestilent. Goblins, Noblars from the Ogre Kingdom's range. I just like the small things. Grots, Gretchen, Snotling. Oh, so do you use some of the Mech Boys creations? They're pro squig. He has genuinely got a rocket boosted spear. That's pretty cool. And that squig's lost a leg at some point. Has he just got a stick of dynamite? Yes, he has. Snakebite clan. Even the no nonsense goth can look at a squig hog's large teeth and figure out how best to apply them to a poor git's face. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so they're pretty big. Their Gretchen underlings are even braver than usual, which isn't saying much. Yeah, that's true. What else have we got? We're now on to the Kickstarters, which is Lasting Tales is what I've seen this week. I must admit, I'm more of a 5e player. It's better. It's not actually an RPG, is it? It's a cooperative tabletop game inspired by pen and paper role-playing game and tabletop skirmish. So I'm assuming it's almost like a bit like Fallout Wasteland Warfare had an RPG conversion. I'm presuming we're looking at something more like that. D6 is good. Fantasy agnostic, that's pretty nice as well. But this is what I was interested in, the miniatures. How many miniatures do you get? I'm pretty sure you get quite a few. 187 minis for $75, apparently. Now, even if these aren't the best minis in the world, I do quite like them. I bet they won't be quite as nice to paint as GW minis, because GW seem to have, like, they're really pronounced, like, edges. But there are some pretty nice ones. I always like the gnome rogue looks. Halfling bard. Oh, he's got the panpipes. I thought he just had a strip of ribs. Like, yes, I've bought my ribs. I like monks as well. Half-orc rangers. Nice to see half-orcs getting some recognition. I'm not quite so sure about the old battle skirt here. And I suppose at least she's covered her torso, which is an improvement. I don't know how often you get hit on the legs. I've never actually fought someone with a sword, for God's sake. I don't just sort of randomly wander out onto the street and have fights with people that also bring their own swords. But the rest of them are actually probably reasonably armoured, or at least reasonably dressed. None of them have turned up half naked to the battle. The goblins have, by the looks of it. I do like these. They do look pretty cool. I know they're all 5 monoposes, but to be honest, when you're playing something like D&D, you'll get away with that, especially because I tend to actually have some other random fantasy models in my cupboard, so you can mix and match them. Hobgoblins, nice. Skeleton archers, nice and traditional. Mimics, I love mimics. I don't know why they're my favourite monster in D&D. They're just cool. Okay, Mimic, the fact that you can have a chest that's going to eat you just works for me. Do you get your stretch goals? Yeah, so you do get some more things. Have they unlocked all of them? Oh, there might actually be 175 miniatures now. My god, how much money has this thing actually made? What's the backing level? £510,000. Yeah, you really do get 175 miniatures now. God, they were ambitious with their stretch goals. That's going to cost them a lot of money. I like Orc Bards. Owlbear. The only thing we haven't managed to unlock yet is the Lesser Demons. It's definitely worth a punt on the $75 version, for me at least. Of course, everyone has to make their own mind up, but then I've got so many miniatures to paint. That'd take me about a year to paint that box as well. Still, it'd give me some content, wouldn't it? Blacklist Miniatures, what did they get? What was Series 1 like? Oh, I'm guessing the ones they're missing, yes, because they did the Male Monk, didn't they? Goblins, yes. So Series 1 and 2 are basically... Oh my god, they do troglodytes. Yes! Troglodytes, that's such a cool word. They even come with bloody dragon. Vampire Lord. That's Strahd sorted. Yes, if this art is anything like the actual models, they're pretty much all a yes from me. Anyway, that's me leaving for now. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week, hopefully.